Dancehall.
Don't lose the beat now. Just move your head now.
From its legendary superstars.
Oh, here we go. Summertime is here, you know.
To emerging talent exploiting on the scene.
One of the best parts about my career is my ability to travel to new places, even with people who don't even speak my language, and have them be able to enjoy what I'm doing.
Plus exclusive interviews with the biggest names.
My real name is OJ, OJE. So my friend thought it would be cool to change the spelling of Protege and add my name on it.
And Vybz Kartel called me. He was the one who wrote that song, put the idea together, choose the rhythm and do everything. So he kind of gave me that big, giant jump in dancehall music.
Fox 5 and Studio 5 presents King and Queens of the Dancehall.
I'm Lisa Evers, coming to you from the Green Room 42. It's a music movement that's global and growing. From reggae roots to urban dancehall beats, artists from Jamaica are transforming the genre, creating new sounds while honoring past traditions.
One love. What about the one love? What about the let's get together and feel alright?
Reggae giant Bob Marley made the world pay attention to the Jamaican soul and social injustice starting in the 1970s. Many of his long list of hits are still heard regularly today. Viewed as the voice of the oppressed, reggae burst onto the international scene through another superstar, Jimmy Cliff. He starred in the film The Harder They Come and had a hit song of the same name.
And then the harder they come, the harder they fall.
Through the decades, the socially conscious lyrics have remained a constant, and so has the signature sound, says Massive B Records CEO Bobby Condors. With longtime radio partner Jabba, they've been bringing reggae and dancehall music to a hip-hop audience for more than 20 years.
Reggae is more traditional sounding, it's more one drop, it's more generally people might think of, say, Bob Marley's music. You know what I'm saying? Old school reggae music, Barris Hammond, so forth.
Beth Lesser is the author of Dancehall, The Rise of Jamaican Dancehall Culture.
There was no music around after World War II. There was nothing to do. People were searching for music, so some stores set up speakers outside of the store, play some music, attract people, crowds would come around the store. It's that searching for music that Jamaicans just want music everywhere and search for it and create it out of anything.
In the 1980s and 90s, from some of the most economically oppressed areas of Jamaica, a new genre emerged, straight from the streets, dancehall. The lyrics were usually edgier, sexier, and in your face.
Dancehall is more with the faster drum pattern, and then the art, you know, what they call the rapper, the DJ, would be chatting on the mic, if you remember, you know, obviously like a Shabba Ranks, a Super Cat, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, and then more, then you go to the Beanie and the Bounty era.
Condors is referring to stars Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, and says the dance hall itself didn't have to be in an actual building.
In the lawn, outside, string up the sound, and they say, well, I'm going to the dance hall.
With its large Caribbean population and support from some hip-hop DJs, dancehall found its own place in New York.
Then when reggae started to use pre-programmable instruments like drum machines, they were able to they put into songs the same exact beat structures as rap and hip hop were using, so that then when people made mixtapes or DJs on the radio like DJ Red Alert could mix a hip hop song into a reggae song seamlessly because the beat was the same.
Case in point, Shaggy, who became one of the first crossover success stories and one of the biggest selling artists of all time, starting with 1990s pop chart topping hits like Boombastic.
She call me Mr. Boombastic, friendly fantastic, touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Rose.
The history of Jamaican music is dancehall, and now it's spread all over the world. Reggaeton, everything, you know, it's influenced so much. This one tiny little island with 2 million people is just so creative.
Vybz Kartel is the most prolific lyricist of his generation. In 2014, he was sentenced to life in prison for murder, but lockdown hasn't cramped his creativity. For now, Vybz Kartel is behind bars in a Jamaica prison, fighting for his freedom. He maintains that he is not guilty of the murder charge he was hit with in 2011. After a sensational trial with questionable evidence, he was sentenced to life in prison. I spoke with Vybz Kartel's attorney, Tom Tavares Vinson. He tells me it's been a year since he filed the appeal to Kartel's murder conviction. The three-judge tribunal that has his fate in its hands disbands for the summer at the end of July and does not return until October. A ruling could come at any time. At the core of Kartel's popularity is his personal charisma. He's seen by many as a voice for the streets, defiant in his individuality and unlimited creativity, better known and loved more than many of the country's power broker elite. I'm told Vybz Kartel was having some medical issues, but that his health is stabilized. He's currently in Spanish Town prison and able to have visits from family and friends. Now to another big name in dancehall. Beanie Man's innate talent was first recognized at the age of 8 when he won first prize in Jamaica's Tasty Talent Contest. Now, after 25 years of Billboard hits and awards, Beanie tells us there's no question he's the king of dancehall. Beanie Man's King of the Dancehall video dropped about 10 years ago, soon after he proclaimed his ascension to the royal throne. By 2009, the world knew him as a Grammy-winning reggae artist for his 12th studio album, Art and Life.
We're from Jamaica, with the first Grammy Award for the first reggae music. That's when we know that, we can go there, we can be that person, and we can be known international. So it's a great feeling. It's a magnificent feeling. It's like Christmas and happy birthday.
This superstar has also collaborated with some of the biggest names in the music business, like Janet Jackson.
Throughout his illustrious career, he has earned himself Grammy Award, Mobo Awards, many other accolades.
Yeah, and not to mention some of the biggest collaborations any other dancehall artist has ever had.
In 2019, however, fans of some dancehall artists seem eager to crown their own king, especially after the question was raised in a report we did on Vybz Kartel. Beanie tells us there's no reason for any confusion.
When I get crowned, there was no debate. There was nobody saying, no, he's not the king of the dancehall, or, that person should be the king of the dancehall. There was no debate. Offhand, Beanie Man is the king of dancehall.
When asked who's responsible for issuing the crown, here's how Beanie explains it.
The people in Jamaica have to crown you, and the people in the world that listen to music, to dancehall music, have to crown you as their king.
As for the haters and critics, the artist, also known as the Doctor, gives this prescription.
Dancehall, we will always have good and bad, You have negative vibes, you have great vibes, but it's for you as a dancehall artist to take the negative and make it positive.
Beanie Man says he follows his own advice and has healed his long-standing rift with Bounty Killer, a dynamic street-tough dancehall and reggae artist known for his aggressive gangsta lyrics.
Me and Bounty Killer, with that rivalry that we have, it builds us together.
As for his future,
more music, more albums, and continuation of Beanie Man being there, standing firm, defending dancehall as dancehall king.
Coming up, unprecedented access to the biggest names in dancehall and reggae.
I'm like the head of the company where I'm the one who said this is what I'm going to do, this is what I need to do.
Reggae music is a nice thing to highlight what's going on, highlight injustices and offer ways to cope.
When I evaluate myself and the society, I realize that it's much better to do something worthwhile than just to do something to create a buzz.
Lisa's exclusive interviews with Protege, Spice, and Coffee coming up.
Call it a reggae revolution or reggae renaissance. It's really a world takeover. And Grammy-nominated artist Protege is leading the way, going beyond borders to lift up everyone, body and soul. The hit song No Guarantee features Chronics and is on Protege's Grammy-nominated album, A Matter of Time. I got a chance to catch up with a man determined to spread reggae love worldwide. How do you correctly pronounce your name? Some people say Protege. I would say Protege, but what do you say?
I like the second one, how you said it's the...
Protege?
It's very international. My real name is OJ, O-J-E. So my friend thought it would be cool to change the spelling of Protege and add my name on it. And obviously I'm such a student of music that it kind of fits, you know.
Ex-girl keeps sweating me, she not set me free, set them all up an argument.
Protégé burst onto the music scene about 10 years ago with Arguments, which was an instant hit. Almost half a dozen albums, a decade of performing, and millions of fans later, he's enjoying his Grammy nomination and growing international recognition.
Present day reggae is very different from Bob Marley's music and music of the 80s, so it's a hybrid of a lot of genres right now.
As the son of Caribbean musical royalty, creating music is literally in Protégé's blood. His mother is reggae singer Lorna Bennett, and his father, Michael Olivier, was a calypso king known as Lord Have Mercy. He began writing his own songs at about 13 and just kept going. What did your mother give you?
The ability to do my notes right, stay on key, melodies, pitch, just to be not knowing what to do with my voice, I say.
And what about from your father?
To be crazy on stage.
Another artist with music in their DNA, Naomi Cowan. The former beauty queen is adding her own unique flavor to the reggae roots movement.
Naomi Cowan! You never put up a fight, no paradise.
She's the daughter of Jamaican music legends Tommy Cowan and Carlene Davis. Her goal? To use her culture and island roots to create her own lane mixing dancehall and old school lovers rock.
I call my style of music global reggae. It's influenced by reggae. Reggae is kind of at the core of what I do, but it's influenced by different sounds and different feels that I picked up throughout my life listening to music. I like to describe it as fresh as well.
I wanna know if it's true. Woo, 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 woo.
And she brings new meaning to the term Paradise Plum.
Paradise Plum.
Paradise Plum is actually an old Jamaican candy, but in my song I use it as a nickname for the love interest that I'm talking about. People will see a cute girl and they're like, oh, girl, you look like a paradise plum, right? Or of course, you know, if I hear friends talking about a guy they have a crush on or something, I'm like, girl, you found your paradise plum.
Naomi's music career started in 2014, focusing on alternative pop. But now, she switched to reggae.
The things you say you love.
Her first song, Things You Say You Love, is a tribute to her legacy, infusing melodies from a song by her dad in 1967.
Oi, that's a pull-up way back.
This rising star, born and raised in Jamaica, is taking her career to new heights as she moves from behind the scenes to the spotlight.
Still ahead, international superstar Spice, like you've never seen her before.
So you go to Jamaica, you see somebody, you say, Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Yeah, Wagwan.
Wagwan, Spice.
Me there. That's how they reply.
And setting the record straight, what she's revealing about her relationship with Vybz Kartel, the Gaza president. It's the interview you won't see anywhere else.
With a name like Spice, it's no wonder this dancehall queen reigns supreme and that millions are lining up around the world to see her electrifying performances.
Black people hypocrisy. Leave the girls them with low self-esteem. I'm black and beautiful, I know I'm pretty.
Black Hypocrisy is the lead track of Spice's recent mixtape, Captured, and helped send it to the #1 spot on the Billboard reggae charts in both the US and UK. It's a serious departure from her high-energy party hits and tackles complexion-based discrimination and low self-esteem in black girls. But its underlying theme of being proud of who you are resonated strongly with a diverse group of international fans.
Dancehall music, they enjoy hearing the sound of it. I remember going to Europe and the fans there, they don't even speak English. And they're singing the dancehall song word for word.
Spice's every move and all her music is carefully analyzed by prominent dancehall vloggers like Wiz and Shakira, the husband and wife team behind JA Radio TV in Toronto. They explained her dominance and huge success.
When it comes on to creativity, Spice is definitely even outdoing the male artists in dancehall.
Yeah, definitely. I don't put Spice in the categories with the females. I put her amongst the male dancehall artists.
Also weighing in is the mysterious Yeti boss, who's never been seen but whose dancehall critiques are always heard.
Well, Spice is a true definition of if you work hard, you can achieve what you want in life, because Spice is one of the hardest working female artists in the business.
How did you kind of get yourself taken seriously as an artist and not have them try to turn you into a mini-me of a guy?
I'm so bold that they had no choice but to rate and respect me as a female among the men them.
Spice tells me some influential male figures have helped her throughout her career. But it was Vybz Kartel who put her in the U.S. Billboard R&B chart hit Rompin' Shop, which took her career to a superstar level.
A lot of people always question me, why so loyal to Vybz Kartel? Like even now when he's incarcerated, a lot of people did expect me to stop saying, you know, big up the world boss and a Gaza, me say. But I can't, because I remember being at home and Vybz Kartel called me and said, Mama, I find the song. So for me, I treasured that. He could have chosen any other female artist, but he was the one who called me. He was the one who wrote that song, put the idea together, choose the rhythm, and do everything. So he kind of gave me that big, giant jump in dancehall music to put me on a certain level internationally.
Spice has made the most of all her opportunities and is truly her own boss.
I don't have a manager, don't have a management team. I manage myself.
What do I need to know when I go to Jamaica? I've never been to Jamaica.
You've never been to Jamaica?
Never.
Oh, girls.
Never.
Half of your life is missing. You have to come to Jamaica.
Okay, I will.
So let's teach you a little bit of patois.
Okay.
So you go to Jamaica, you see somebody, you say, Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Yeah, Wagwan.
Wagwan, Spice.
Medea. That's how they reply. Medea.
Medea.
Yeah, Medea.
It's like I'm okay, or it's all cool?
It's like I'm okay.
But you'll help me when it's time.
I'll help you when it's time.
Because you got nothing else going on in your schedule, and you have so
Exactly.
much spare time to teach me patois.
Exactly.
No, Spice, you're fantastic, and thank you so much for spending the time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, too. It was amazing.
When we come back, the future face of reggae.
The greatest part of it is being able to appreciate other people appreciating your music, and seeing the love that they have for what you do. It kind of gives you, it motivates you, it gives you a different drive.
Meet Coffee, how she's using music to motivate her fans. It's another Fox Live exclusive. Next.
She's still in her teens, but Coffee is already making big moves with her music career. She's taking her love of her native Jamaica and traditional reggae and adding her own voice and views.
Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured.
At a stage when many teens are trying to figure out what to do after they finish school, Michaela Simpson, known as Coffee, already knows her purpose. I caught up with her in a condo loft at Spice Warehouse in Hudson Square. She tells me it's to shine a light on societal problems and offer solutions.
I'm inspired by artists like legends like Bob Marley. So I remember watching a few of his interviews and listening to his music, realizing that he didn't do it for vanity or fame or money, but he did it to make an impact on his environment.
Growing up in Spanish Town, where violence can be a part of everyday life, Coffee's mother kept her busy with school, a practical spirituality, and singing in the church. That upbringing has kept her rooted in reality. While many artists pursue insta fame and material status symbols, Coffee sticks with positive values.
When I evaluate myself and the society, I realize that it's much better to do something worthwhile than just to do something to create a buzz.
Lightning bolt never less than strike.
But a big buzz is exactly what happened unintentionally in 2017 when Coffee posted a 60-second clip on Instagram of her performing a song she wrote as a tribute to Olympic athlete and world record holder Usain Bolt. He reposted it to his millions of followers.
It was a bit weird for me, still is, but the greatest part of it is being able to appreciate other people appreciating your music and seeing the love that they have for what you do. It kind of gives you, it motivates you, it gives you a different drive.
It also drew attention and opportunities from Jamaica's highly competitive and hyper-creative music industry.
Come with the fire, the city burning.
She released her first single called Burning with Upsetter Records and was invited to perform with Protégé and Chronix, two of the most popular current reggae artists who hold a special place in her own creative evolution.
They're fairly young, representing for the country, for the culture, and for the youth, and I realized that it was possible and that it's possible to vibe to songs like that and to enjoy them, and you know, just as much as you would enjoy the hit that's being played every day.
In getting to know these artists, I've gotten a real appreciation for dancehall and reggae, and I hope you have too. Until next time, I'm Lisa Evers.